catch signaled for and taken successfully. Play action. It's Tannehill. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Well, this defense for the Bills, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Tannehill's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Let's not quit positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. They snap it to Tannehill. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, that will get a wide-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Tannehill. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. to throw, Tannehill. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what?
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. A big play here for Buffalo. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. And he had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play?
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And just shutting him off there. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Here's Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Now, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. He's going to look deep down the field. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. Now, we'll have to check the flag, but I think this one's going to stand. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Off play action, Tannehill. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tyreek Hill continue to pull away here in this first half. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The Titans on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Bills are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 45-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Flush to his right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I think he just made the punter a little bit jealous there. There was some serious hang time on that ball. Deep downfield, and while it didn't connect, it certainly sent a message, didn't it?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Ross, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills open the lead up to 34-0. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On first down, Tannehill looking downfield for Jones. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Escaping the pressure right. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Allen's throw there into the hands of Ross. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Allen. And Gordon's got it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call.
just me and you. Just me and you. Mark 55. Mark 55.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a round. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Allen maybe with a free play. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Going for it all. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills head on. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Has to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
And Tannehill's got the first as he slides to a halt.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads.
Yeah.
And you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And now here's another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And Diggs has it. They find some open field here. Shoves him aside near the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there on the catch and run. For Stephon Diggs, he can do a lot of things, CD. He can be a possession-type receiver. He can take the top off a defense, or he can do what we saw right there, make a catch. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. It's picked up by the Titans. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
Point after, right down the middle. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That one complete to Hill. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
On 1st down, it's Gordon, and hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen going deep downfield for Ross. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Ross, 58 yards. And the Bills are able to extend
third quarter.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Allen. And going deep for Hill. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 62 yards. And the Bills are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to us.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. A terrific running there to start the drive, as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Derrick Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 60 yards on the ground for him so far. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
He gets away from one. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Play action. It's Tannehill. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still...
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. The extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots. And that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bills, they finish oh so close to perfection in the regular season, but this win in the final weekend gives them a final mark of 16-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Titans, it's a tough loss to take as they'll finish things off at 9-8, but they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure.
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. This mobile that came from my money is silly. I feel like envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. Hey, I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more. Whole squad in the field, yeah, we tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. If you looking for me, you know where to find me. I leave you dusted, I leave you behind me. I flip the switch from 0 to 90. If you do too much, I'ma do the almighty. You know I got it, you know I'm a legend. You know I'm the one, I do not come in second. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more.